My name is Pearson. I've worked at Level Set for 3 years, helping contractors, equipment lessors keep their lien rights protected, make sure that cash flow is covered. We also have Miss Tracy Turner with us, CCE, Regional Credit Manager for H&E Equipment.
I've been with H&E for 13 years. I'm a regional credit manager. I handle Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and soon to be Missouri.
With your own experience, do you have maybe any specific stories that you could think of where, you guys maybe between a rock and a hard place, really didn't think you're going to get paid on time, but being able to follow that process puts you in the right position to collect in the end?
Yeah, we've actually had several, and especially here lately, and they were big dollar claims. We prior to the last several years, we just kind of ran lucky, so to speak. We would do the notices on problem accounts, problematic people, ones we knew were a problem, but we wouldn't do a lot of them. We just kind of, hey, this customer's been known to be a problem, we'll send it. But here in the last 2 years, we're doing them more and more and more. So it's just become now more practice and habit on across the board with our customer base. And we had a customer that we've had since I've been here. So 13 years, never been a problem. And they were on this really big project, all of a sudden stopped paying. And they owed us upwards of $800,000. Well, finally, they gave us a big chunk. Gave us another big chunk. We got down to about this $300,000 range, and they stopped paying and kept asking for more time. Well, time was running down to be able to notice it. And I was like, you know what? My boss is like, you've got to do this. I said, but they're so good. They're a good customer. They've been with us forever. She's like, no, you've got to do it. I was like, okay. So I closed my eyes and just did it. And, we ended up going through the whole process, and we got paid by the surety in full, and the customer is still in litigation with their owner that they did project with. But we're paid and we're out of the mix. Mm-hmm. Now they're still, fighting back and forth, but had we not done what we did on the pipeline with the bond claim, we would not be paid. And that was the first pipeline I had actually filed a bond claim on.
That's a lot of times. Yeah, that's amazing. So a lot of times that's what I'm trying to preach is the lien process isn't about saying we're going to be filing liens left and right. We're going to be claiming against the bond left and right. It's about wearing a seatbelt. It's about protecting yourself in case something were to go bad. And then oftentimes, which I know from my experience, but I want to hear from you as well. You talked about how the last 5 to 6 years, you've become more consistent with sending out these notices. Have you guys seen maybe time to payment or the number of liens you filed drop down? Like has when you get paid become more consistent as well because of that?
Yeah, it seems to be. And also I found the customers are more communicative to us. Hey, I'm going to be paying, and it seems to be the week before the notices are going out, because they're getting in the habit of paying ahead of time. They know that that's coming up, and they want to make sure their payment's in before we send them out.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're seeing the turn. It's what I call habits. Customers are getting in the habit, because they always say you can train your customers, and you can train them.
And I call it onboarding your customer. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Tracy, I really appreciate your time. It was fun talking with you today, cutting it up with a black belt of lien law. Thanks again.